It's Average Guy Air Guns here again, and doing a review of the Hatsan BT 65 QE. First, I'd like to say thank you guys. Your viewing and comments and everything have made this possible. Hatsan got a hold of me and asked if I would like to receive some guns through the mail and test them on my channel, and I said, yeah, absolutely yes. So I got to pick this BT 65 QE in 25 cal. It's one gun that I've always heard some good things about, and I've always wanted to test it. So thanks to you guys, I get that opportunity. The way I'm going to do my reviews is I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not getting paid to do this. This is all off my own dime. Yes, I got the gun shipped to me, but I have to send it back or buy it. But it's going to be a no BS review. I'm going to tell you exactly what I don't like about it and exactly what I do like about it. So let's start the review. We'll do the first thing is this reservoir. It flops around there pretty good. I mean, it's tight, but it just seems to flop around. It doesn't affect anything. It doesn't rattle when you shoot, but it kind of flops around in there. Not a real issue. The second thing is, this is a heavy gun. It's 9 point something pounds, I believe, unscoped, and with this giant 6-24 by 56 scope, it's got some heft to it, but it is very comfortable to shoulder. I'll get into that later on, and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, if you're a small guy, I probably wouldn't recommend it due to the weight, but even the pistol grip here is thick. I have big hands, so it's not a problem for me. Another complaint I have is the bolt here. A little hard to pull back. Since I've had it, it's broken in. I'm sure it's only going to get better, but it is a little hard to pull back. You can decock it, just don't lock it down, pull it back, undo the safety, pull the trigger. But it is a little hard to pull back. It's not a big deal. It's not like you're going to sit there and yank on it. But it's a little rough, not bad. Next thing I'm not a fan of is the noise output. It's louder than I thought it was going to be. It is definitely louder than my Marauder or the Impact. Is it backyard friendly? I'd say yeah. You'll see in a future video clip here, or on this video, that squirrels don't seem to mind. So it is louder than a Marauder or an Impact, but it's not super loud. I'm hesitant to classify it as backyard friendly. If you got really close neighbors, shoot from indoors. Don't go out in your backyard and shoot it. But if you're shooting from indoors, like I do, you should be fine. Another thing I find odd on it is the Picatinny and dovetail combo. They say that the Picatinny grooves aren't deep enough to have sit your scope mounts in. So I tried to put my 11mm BKL one-piece bottom rings on it, and they would not fit. I could not get them to go over the 11mm dovetail. I have limited scope mounts, so I had to piece together what I have. I've got a 11mm to Picatinny adapter here and here, and then Picatinny low scope mounts here. Makes it pretty high, but it worked. It works. I would definitely recommend going with at least a medium scope ring, so the magazine here has clearance. I think that's about all that I found wrong with the gun. Let's talk about what I found right. This thing is a powerhouse. I'm hitting 57 foot-pounds of energy average over 18 shots with a 21 feet per second spread. using the 33.9 something JSB King Heavies. Yeah, it is impressive. Considering that the air reservoir is only 350 cc's, I believe, and the Marauder is 315, so it's a little bit bigger than the Marauder. I have shot a 25 cal Marauder. I have tuned a 25 cal Marauder. I can't even get this power with a Marauder, let alone that many shots. So the valve on this is top notch. It is really nice. Let's go into the trigger. The trigger is a 2-stage, and first stage is nice, light. Second stage, it is, I'm not gonna say it's heavy, it's a perfect hunting trigger. It's a little heavier than the stock Marauder. I'm sure it's adjustable, you can adjust it down light, but it breaks crisp. It is just as good a trigger, if not a little better than the Marauder. There's no creep. It is a very nice trigger. They nailed it on the trigger. I do like the magazine. There's no plastic covers. It's just a piece of aluminum with some O-rings. My Impact magazine is a hunk of junk. It's an absolute hunk. Can't go wrong with this. I like it. The only downfall is you can run out of pellets and not know it until you don't hit your target and you're like, what happened? No, nothing came out. Oh, I ran out of pellets. So that's the only downfall of that, but it's no big deal. Just count your shots. Or I'm sure you can mark on here, you know, so you have an index. No big deal. Obviously with this kind of magazine, you're gonna need the lever there, and it's that easy to load. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one thing I don't like on it. The automatic safety. You get used to it, but I'm an adult. I'm very aware of where I shoot. I like the fact that it's automatic when I have my kids around and I'm shooting. We all have the guns. But when I'm out hunting or I need a quick follow-up shot, this is the automatic safety. You get used to it. It's not that big of a deal. Accuracy. Yeah, this thing's got it. This thing is single hole groups. When I say groups, I'm doing the whole, I can't do the TED 10 shot group with it because it's only a 9-shot magazine, so we'll do 9-shot. Single hole groups at 20 yards, I've been getting with it. 30 yards, yeah, it opens up a tiny bit. A tiny bit. I've only got 30 yards in my backyard to shoot, so that's what I've done so far. After I film this, if I get the chance to do 50, I'll tack it on at the end. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be close to a 1/2-inch gun at 50. It's accurate. It is. I really enjoyed shooting this gun. I really enjoyed testing this gun. I don't have the money for a compressor and a tank, so I hand pump it, and very easy to pump up. You know, it's no worse than my Marauder. You don't notice the extra volume, what little there is over the Marauder. So, and you only got to pump the 29 instead of 3. But shot count, like I said, I'm getting 2 full mags, 18 shots with a 21 feet per second spread. That's pretty good. If you're just plinking in the backyard, I'm not saying to fill it to 3,000 because the manufacturer doesn't recommend that, but if you do, you can get 3 full mags out of it, just plinking 20-30 yards and be just fine. Another thing I like about this gun is the adjustability of the stock. The comb goes up and down. It's as far up as it goes, but if you got like medium or high rings, it'd be fine. And this is kind of excessive, but it's what I had for the scope rings. The butt stock does pull out for length of pull. I'm a big guy. I really didn't need to pull it out any, but the up and down of the butt stock is nice. Like I said, it shoulders very comfortable. I'm able to, I'm left-handed, so I'm able to put it in my shoulder, hunker my elbow down, and I have no problem taking freestanding shots with this gun. So it is a nice gun to shoulder, even though the weight. Again, If you're a smaller guy, probably wouldn't go with it, or if you were, I'm sure they do make bullpup stocks for it to make it a little easier for you to shoot. I'm 6 foot 250, so I have no problems with it. And like I said, I have a hand pump, so we're working them puppies out. I do recommend this gun for a bigger guy or an average size guy. My buddy has shot this, and he's an average size guy, and he likes it. He said it is a little heavy, but it's manageable. I know a lot of people on the forums, the Hatsans are heavy but manageable. Get one in your hands, you'll see what I'm talking about. It is nice. It is a really nice gun. It's built solid. Fit and finish is pretty nice for the price point of this gun. You know, it's a shade under 700 right now, I believe. You know, $689.99 on Pyramid Airs, I believe. Don't quote me, but yeah, for just upping your money a little bit, if you're considering a 25 Marauder and you're looking at this gun, and I would recommend upping your money and getting this, just because you get the same shot count at almost twice the power. 57 foot-pounds of energy is a lot of energy, and you'll see, because I've killed some critters in the backyard with this, and I'll show you every one of them. 20 yards, I only shot it at 20 yards. I didn't do the 30 because when it passes through the critter and hits my my wood stop back there, it makes quite the noise. So I did at 20, so the pellet went through and went into my compost pile and was silent, which you'll see on one of the videos on this clip. It really worked to my advantage when I had a matrix squirrel. He didn't notice anything. Do. But I do like to say, the dumb ones taste just as good as the smart ones. Let's shoot something. I guess this is going to be part 1, and the shooting will be part 2 because YouTube only allows me to upload 15 minutes of video. So part 2 I'm going to upload. As soon as I upload this, will be all the shooting. So stick around and watch that as well. Thank you guys.